What's up, fellas? And for anyone who is new here, we're going to be going over the trade automation, how to set it up, what to look for, strategies to use. I know a lot of you guys are extremely excited about this. It's been a long time coming. Put a lot of work into this, so I'm very excited to get it out to you guys. So, like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the different strategies and the win rates throughout the past year. And then I'm going to basically tell you, like, this is the strategy that you'd use for a live account. This is the strategy used for like a 150K account. This is the strategy you'd use for 50K account and so forth, and then show you all the data. So we're going to set everything up here. And yeah. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is go over pricing. This is subject to change relative to how it performs and how you guys are doing. This is the price that I agreed upon that I feel like is the most fair for people to get in. And also, you guys will see the potential of this and the power of this. So in my opinion, this price point is nothing compared to the returns that all of you guys are going to be getting. But this is the price point that I'm going to start out with until we see, a past month or two performance, and then we will adjust from there. So straight up pricing standpoint, $500 per month to get access to every single strategy that I have. Like I said, you're going to get access to a couple different strategies. $500 for all of those strategies. You can also email me on adjusting your risk settings and things like that. So it's very hands-on for me, and it's going to give you guys everything that you need. As far as the software goes, there is a software that we are going to have to be incorporating. This software is $100 a month, so I want to get this straight out of the gate. Starting out, it's going to be $600 per month for this full automation software. But again, sounds like a high price point, but you guys have to understand this is happening in the background. You are not doing one thing. You're setting this up, and everything is happening and performing in the background. The stats on this, just with using $500 of risk, we're going to get into that a little bit more, but the stats on using $500 of risk is over $4,000 a month. And you put that in prop firms, and you're looking at crazy returns. So this $600 per month to me is just a price that you have to pay to do absolutely nothing and find returns and get paid. So we're going to go over a few things on how to get started and integrate. Once you pay for this service, I will obviously get an alert. Most of it's going to be sent through Discord. You'll individually message me, and you will send me your TradingView account. So once you send your TradingView username to me, you will get an invite-only access to these strategies. These strategies are only invite access. No one can access it. No one can see this strategy besides people that I invite to see the strategy. We're going to have 3 different strategies pop up. You're going to have your MNQ, MGC, all 50s. We're going to go over that stat in a second. And then we're going to have daily 50s for the MNQ, the MGC, and the silver. And then we're going to have, which I believe is the best strategy for 50K prop firms, is gold daily every single day and MNQ daily alternating. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, I will explain that. That's more so for my mentorship students who know the strategy already. But those are the 3 strategies that I'm going to be presenting to you guys. Those are the strategies with the highest win rate. What I believe is beneficial for automation strategy is taking the highest win rate strategies, maybe not the strategies that perform the best by the end of the month from a dollar standpoint. The highest win rate strategies are best for prop firms because you have less drawdown, and that's right there is the biggest thing for a prop firm. With a live account, you can take as many trades as you want. If the end of the month, you're going to obviously have a higher return, and you obviously don't blow your account. But with a prop firm having such thin margins for failure, being that trailing drawdown, I want to have a little amount of trades with the highest amount of win rate, so we don't ever get close to that $2,000 drawdown. So these are the strategies that I feel like fit best for a prop firm. So what's going to happen is you're going to get this strategy, you're going to get invited to this strategy, and you will just go up to indicators. You can go to scripts, strategies, and then you can click these strategies right here. These strategies right here, once you click on it, you put it in, this will pop up right here. So it just comes up as an indicator tab. Again, once you are invited, So you don't have to ever import any script or anything like that. That's already been done for you. So once you get these indicators, what will pop up is you will see the different strategies that you have. Like I said, I went through and developed the best strategy that I believe for the highest win rate. So for the month of April, with choosing this strategy with $400 of risk, it performed a 76% win rate with $2,700 profit. Okay, so that strategy right there is the MNQ daily MNQ daily alternating wins and the gold daily every single day. So this right here is smacking gold daily every single day. And for the month of April, this performed $2,600 with $500 of risk. Sorry, $400 of risk. So if you want to up your risk, what you're going to have to do, and if we up our risk here, it performed $3,200. So $1,171 of drawdown. So what that means is you are never close to failing your 50K prop firm. Right here, if you have a 50K direct funded account, or if you have funded accounts that are already past evals, this right here secures you, depending on how many accounts you have, secures you a payout. So this could be across one account, this could be across 20 accounts. I'll explain how to set that up going further. But this right here, in my opinion, is the best strategy for trading the 50K prop firms because it's going to take the least amount of trades. You're going to have the least amount of drawdown. So right, again, this is only for gold and this is only for MNQ. So if we want to go to MNQ for this month's stats as well, we're looking at around $2,000 profit with an 81% win rate. Again, this is alternating the daily. So if it wins prior, it's going to skip the following day. But what I really want to focus on is this max drawdown. You don't get close to losing that max drawdown, and that's so important. So between the two names, you're looking over $3,000 on gold and looking over around $2,000 on MNQ. So $500 of risk, you're looking at around 5,000 profit by the end of the month of April. Now, you guys will have access to all of this, so you can go back through and look at previous months and adjust kind of what you think sizing wise makes sense. So what's going to happen is you are going to get access to all three of these strategies. What we just went over was, in my opinion, the safest strategy for a 50K prop firm. But if you want to be a little bit more risky and push the edges a little bit more, there is a strategy right here that is called the MNQ MGC All 50s and the Daily Silver. What this is going to do is it's going to take a lot more trades throughout the day. For the month of April, it performed $3,600 with a 70% win rate on the gold. Obviously, the max equity drawdown is a little bit higher. This is the reasoning that I say it's a little bit riskier to trade on a 50K prop firm. If you want to go push to a 150K prop firm and you want to up the sizing just a little bit more, you won't really come close to that max drawdown, even if you did $500 of risk. But again, this right here is looking at $500 of risk right here. That is for the gold. So that is $3,700. We want to go to MNQ and do the exact same thing. MNQ, we're looking at around $3,100 of profit with a 72% win rate. Max equity drawdown is a little bit better. Again, you're not coming close to that specific drawdown. And then this also includes the Silver Daily 50 as well. And the Silver Daily 50 performed about $1,500 with a 66% win rate. So all in total with that strategy, it was close to around $8,000 plus in profit for the month. But again, you do get close to that daily drawdown with gold and silver working together quite a bit. That it's possible if you had all of these together, it could be kind of pushing close to that drawdown on a 50K account. But if you are running a live account, this right here is very, very solid because even within the first 7 days of the month of April, this was at $2,000 of profit. So you probably could have even taken a payout by then. This is just the average across the entire month. But with a live account, you never go into drawdown or red. So this is the problem with the prop firm is you do have this trailing drawdown even in profit. But with a live account, this, in my opinion, is the best strategy to do because you're never it doesn't really affect you with that trailing drawdown. At the end of the month, you're going to be profitable, even if you do have a couple days of red, right? And you never really go deep into the red at all for this entire month using this strategy. And we'll go over that on gold as well, just to see, oops, wrong name. Go over this on gold. Gold, you start out the month a little bit in drawdown. So you start out the month, the deepest drawdown is $1,100 on gold. And then it's just steady climb all the way back up to $3,600 profit. And then MNQ as well. So in my opinion, this is the best strategy to run on a live account. And the strategy that I just showed you prior is a really good strategy to run on a prop firm account. And then with MNQ, you never really even go into red. You go into $500 of red within the first day, and then it just kind of grows and continues all the way up to, at the peak was $3,200. Okay, so that right there is showing you the data. Now the final strategy that you're going to get is it's going to be the daily 50s every single day on gold, MNQ, and silver. This is a strategy if you want, you can do it as well. I'm just giving people the options. This is a little bit less of a win rate. So on MNQ, for that month, it only performed $1,100. For MGC, it's going to be similar stat to what it was because the prior stat was the same. Nothing changed with that MGC to this MGC. This one is actually $2,600. Basically what we went over. And then silver, taking silver daily 50 every single day is $1,800. Decently high win rates. So usually they're going to kind of equate to around the same thing. So we'll look to see if that strategy is worth it for us. But in my opinion, I do believe that the MNQ, MGC, all 50s, and the daily silver is good for a live account. And then the MNQ daily alternating winning days and the gold daily every single day is really good for a 50K prop firm. So those are the strategies that you're going to get. So for updating, what I believed that I thought I was able to figure out was that you could adjust your risk settings to the trade copier, but that's actually not the case. So if I wanted to just adjust the strategy to see what $1,000 would look like on this, that will change so that you can see, okay, if I risk $1,000 per trade, this is what the stats would be. All it is just going to be obviously double the stats on the $500 of risk. So you're just going to obviously have more profit, same win rate and everything. So that right there is adjusting this tab right here. When you go to the settings, you can also adjust the buffer. So every single one of these strategies has dependent on a 5 to 10% buffer. So what that means is it kind of gives you this cushion right here. So let's just say price you got in on this 50% right here, and then price came up and barely missed that 50%. Well, you have like a 10 to 5% buffer where price will exit before it hits that full target. So it will close your position. If you want to change that on this strategy, it was more beneficial to have a 5% buffer. You're just going to have to reach out to me and let me know if you want to change the risk per trade. Right now, when you buy the strategy and you get access, it's going to be $400 standard across every single strategy that you have. Mainly just because I believe that's the most beneficial for a 50K account. That gets you around $3,000 profit on average per month, risking that $400 and kind of keeping you away from that daily loss limit or that daily drawdown. So if you do want to change that, if you change it here, it will change it down here in the strategy backtesting portion, but it will not affect the overall code in the trade copier. So it will stay at $400. So if you do want your trades to be entered at a different price point, you're going to have to reach out to me. So in the Discord, reach out to me and say, hey, Noah, I want this strategy, but I only want to risk $200, or I want to maybe bump this up to $600. That's what you're going to have to individually reach out to me to adjust that, because unfortunately adjusting it here does not change the code that's all imported into the trade software. Okay, so then this is just good for the back testing, because you can kind of adjust the settings to see what the stats look like when you are adjusting that risk. So What's up, guys? I'm going back through and editing this, and I did realize that it actually does adjust when you adjust the settings right here. It actually will adjust the code. But one thing that you have to do, like let's say it was 400, like the code set to 400. If you go to 600, it will adjust the code. But what you're gonna do is recreate a new alert. So we'll get to the alert portion here in the video. But I just want to make sure that you guys understand this part. You can actually adjust the risk to, like, let's say if you will, daily 50 failed the day before and I want to hit it harder, and you want to adjust the risk and you want to raise it up to $800 instead of 400, you just click OK. That will adjust the code, and then all you have to do is just go up to the alert, and you're going to want to delete the old alert right here that says active. You're going to want to delete that alert. And then you're going to want to recreate it with the updated code, right? Because this code is obviously still updated to the $800. So you click OK. And then you're just going to want to remake the alert, everything that we did prior to what you guys will see. So I was wrong when I said that you're going to have to reach out to me. Obviously, you guys might have questions about this, so you can reach out to me, but you actually can adjust this on your own, which is great because, you guys can, mess around and do it yourself. Okay. See you. That is everything on TradingView. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hop over to the trade copier and set everything up. Okay, so now we're in the trade copier / automation software. Like I said, this software is going to be $100 per month. You can actually do trade copying. I still like TradeSyncer, but if you don't want to be paying for TradeSyncer and this as well, you can actually do trading groups right here, and everything can be copied to all your accounts throughout here. I do believe TradeSyncer is a little bit better, but it's always an option if you do not want to be adding, an extra $200 per month for a trade copier. So how you get started with this, you will sign up. I will put a link when you purchase this. When you purchase it through the WAP page, you will get a link to sign up for QuantView. Like I said, it is $100 per month. So how you're going to set up, you're going to go to Manage Connections. You're going to want to sign in to your whatever account you want to lead it as. You can do your live account. You can do your prop firm account. It doesn't matter. What I recommend is doing a Lucid account, because Lucid gives you no issues on setting up trade copy or trade automation. So put in a Lucid account or your live account, and then go to TradeSyncer and link that as your leader account, and then have that copy across to your other accounts and see how that works for you. I have not personally tested out doing that yet, so just see how it works for you. If you want to just do it with like a demo account and see if it copies from demo to demo, you can do that. So that right there is how you add your connection. So once you add your connection, you're going to want to go to trading groups, and you're going to want to make a group. So eligible for trading right here, this is where you can do your multiplier ratio. So if you wanted to have accounts, add more, you can. I wouldn't really mess with that too much because I think you're kind of asking for a lot. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit create group. And let's just say this is a test group. So what's going to happen is you're going to have all your accounts pop up to add the different accounts right here. It's very similar to TradingView, right? You're going to have your leader account, or you're going to have your account that you want. So that's going to have it right here. Right here, I have my demo account right here hooked up to it. So then you're going to want to go to trading alerts. Right here is what's going to happen is you're going to want to hit create alert. And let's just do test daily 50s. Now, what you're going to do is, now that you have your trading group set up, you're going to want to click on whatever account you have. So let's just say you have your test account right here. You're just going to want to keep everything the same. This is where you're going to want to add these symbols. So you're going to want to add an MNQ. Make sure you have the correct contract. Right now we're in the May contract. So you're going to want to click that, and you're going to want to click add symbol. Now that you do that, don't mess with ATM brackets. Just keep everything like this, and then hit create alert. Now, once this pops up right here to say, right here it says test daily 50s, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to your webhook generator. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to choose the alert that you want. So you're going to want to click the alert, And right here, we're just going to do test daily 50s. You're going to want to click market order right here. And now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take this webhook JSON and you're going to want to copy this. And now we're going to go back over to TradingView. So you will already have your account right here and your alert set right here. So right here, it's going to be the test daily 50s. You're going to want to make sure you do market order. And then you're going to want to come down to your webhook JSON and you're going to want to click copy. Now, when we go over to TradingView, what's going to happen is you're going to see the alert tab up here. Right here next to replay, you're going to see alert. So you're going to want to click alert. And this is what's going to pop up. For the MNQ, what I think is best is don't trade the MNQ exclamation point. Trade whatever the contract is. So right now we're in M6. So trade this M6. You're going to want to go to, it's whatever the contract you have synced to here. Synced to what we did the testing as. So for right now, it's the M6. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to alert. You're going to want to find the strategy that you want to hook this with. Okay, so if you want to hook this strategy up to the let's just say all the daily 50s, whatever it is. So let's just say you want to do this strategy right here. You're going to want to click that strategy. Again, you're going to have access to these strategies. Now, from this point right here, same interval, do same as chart. Just add the 1 minute. Make sure it's the 1 minute because it will be different than on the 5 minute. This is very, very important. Make sure it's on the 1 minute, especially for back testing as well. You're going to get a different number when you're trading the 1 minute and the 5 minute, because what happens is TradingView, it only goes off of candle closures. So if you're doing the 1 minute, everything will be smooth. Just make sure this is the 1 minute chart right here. Now, you're going to want to go to message right here, right? You can make this alert name, whatever you want, doesn't matter. And you're going to want to delete this message and you're going to want to put in the JSON that you copied. So from this point over here, you're going to want to take your copied JSON and you're going to want to put it in this alert tab right here. And then you're just going to want to click apply. Now, from this point, you're going to want to go to notifications and you're going to want to have webhook URL. You're going to want to make sure you click that. It's going to say you need two-factor authentication. Once you click on this webhook URL, just sign up for two-factor authentication, have it as your phone, whatever. And then what you're going to want to do from this point is you're going to want to go back and you're going to want to see this webhook endpoint. You're going to want to hit copy URL. And you're going to want to put that webhook URL into this, and you're going to want to click apply. Go back and watch that, you can, and then all you're going to do is you're going to hit create. Right now, that is going to pop up over here, and you're going to see where you can trade an active alert right here that every single time it'll go through when MNQ hits that level, you will be able to activate that strategy. Or that strategy will already be able to send to the trade copier on the automation. Now, if you are running that as well as running the gold, you're going to have to do the exact same thing for gold. So how we went over the trading alerts, you're going to now want to create another trading alert because that was for MNQ. So now we can do daily 50 gold. So you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to do your test account. And then you're going to do symbol, and then you're going to do MGC, and you're going to pick the gold contract that we're in, and you're going to click add symbol, and you're going to hit create alert. Okay? Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to webhook generator. You're going to want to now find that alert. So right here, we had test daily 50s, MGC. Right here, daily 50 MGC. You're going to want to do market order, right? And then you're going to want to do the exact same thing that you did. Copy all of this, copy all of that, go over to gold. So MGC, and we'll do this, we'll do the sixth, this one right here, right? And now we're going to do the exact same thing that we did. We're going to go over to alerts. We're going to go over to the strategy that we want to put in, and then we're going to want to do the exact same thing that we did. You're going to go to your message, you're going to copy and paste, and you're going to do whatever you got to do, right? So that is how you incorporate that. So now what's going to happen is you have to make sure this is active. And when this is active, it will automatically fill for you. So it will look like what we have. So let's get rid of this. So what will happen is dependent on what risk you have set. And again, that right now it's standard at 400. That's what it is for everyone. If you want me to change it specifically to you, you have to message me on Discord. So here you have this level right here. This is the criteria for our entry. It was around 4 points. So it was standard for us to enter with around 8 contracts to meet that $400 risk minimum. And it does it automatically for you. It enters and exit for you, right? And then if we go to MNQ, doesn't look like the daily 50 on MNQ got hit, but I believe it did get hit yesterday. And it did, and this is what it would look like. It's going to enter you relative to the amount of risk you have. So for this, right, 35 points, it entered with 6 contracts. Okay, and that is everything for the automation. So that right there is setting it up for everyone. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm extremely excited about this. Sorry for my dogs howling. It's the worst timing to do that. But very excited about this strategy. Very excited for this automation for you guys. For everyone who is working full time and you guys want to get in on these trades, well, this is the perfect opportunity for you to do it. Everything will happen for you. Now, the next biggest thing that you must do is you must set a daily loss limit through Tradevate or whatever broker you have set up for your automation account. You must have a daily loss limit. And now we're going to go over how to set up that daily loss limit right now. Okay, so I am on my demo account that I have linked to that automation software right now. You just go to Tradevate.com and you log in your whatever the credentials are for that account that you want to be followed and you want to be automated. Now, the reason that the daily loss limit is a non-negotiable must-have is because we are trading an automation. There could be slip-ups, there could be potential problems, there could be where something doesn't fill, right? You are relying on a complete automated system. Now, everything that I've backtested and the last couple of days that I've gone through this, it has worked seamlessly. But it doesn't mean that something won't happen. So we need to protect ourselves. Dependent on the strategy that you choose to trade, you will have to be able to adjust that risk. So if you are trading the strategy that only takes the daily 50 and MNQ every other day, that is only 2 trades per day. So what that means is if you have set at $400 risk, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go up here to application settings. You will click application settings and you will find your demo or whatever account you want to trade on. So you will find that account and you will be able to click on the daily loss limit feature. Like I said, if you are choosing the strategy that only allows 2 trades per day at $400 of risk, you should have around $850 for slippage, $850 for your daily loss limit. What this is going to do is it is going to protect you. It's not going to get in the way of your trading strategy working, but it is going to be protecting you in the event that something doesn't fill, something bad happens, whatever the case may be. This is for a worst case scenario. You must have a daily loss limit. Now, if you want to have, if you have a consistency based prop firm where you can only have 20% consistency, whatever it may be, this is where you can set your daily profit target. So I know a lot of you guys are saying, I only want to look for $600. So that's gold hitting 1R, and then let's say that's MNQ hitting 0.5R. Well, right now it's designed for $400 of risk for both. So if you have a daily profit target and you end up hitting this $600 target, it will close all the trades for you and your broker will lock you out. So this is a really good feature to have if you only want to look for a certain amount per day and your broker will lock you out. And then what you do from this point right here is you go down here and you just click save. After you click save, this will have everything for you. I highly recommend you doing this for every single one of your prop accounts, just in case copy trading, something happens where it just doesn't fill or whatever, right? This is a worst case, so you don't go and just blow your account. You have to have this on. I truly, truly highly recommend you having this. It's just in case something happens, right? It's a last case scenario. We know how computers and stuff can be, so make sure you protect yourself. Now, the only thing that I want to go over before we wrap this up, when you are in a trade, right? When you're in a trade, it will pop up here. So if I can find it over here on this Discord that I sent to the guys, what's going to happen is you're going to see that I was in a silver trade from MNQ. So it fills you automatically. Now, you have the ability to click exit manually. But what is very, very important is this strategy doesn't change relative to what you are doing. This strategy is coded for an entry and an exit. So the whole point of automation is to allow the strategy to do what it's supposed to do, hands-free, don't touch it. But if you do decide to click X and close the position early for whatever reason, you have to understand that when price gets to that intended target or that stop loss, if you close out early, it will add another position because it has no position to close. Because you closed it early, now there's nothing, there's no trade. So when it gets that intended exit target, it will sell at that intended exit target because you didn't allow the trade to fulfill that level. So just keep an eye on that. It could fill an order if you do decide to exit early. So take away from that, do not exit early. Let it play out in either direction. That's how you get the stats at the end of the month that this is profitable, because you just allow it to play out and do its thing. But I just wanted to add a warning for that. If you do decide to close it early, it will still have that order waiting up top that will execute, whether you're in the position or not. Okay? If you allow the trade to do whatever it's supposed to do, stop loss or exit, there will be no other orders pending because that trade is now voided. Okay? So I just want to make sure that is very clear to you guys before you guys start going, and exiting trades early. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to sit back and allow it to go through. Okay? So that is everything on setting it up. Again, price standpoint for the quant view is $100 per month, and the trade syncer is $500 per month. I just, again, want to tell you guys, yes, it sounds steep, but look at the stats. Look at the potential, what you can do with this strategy. Fully automated. You don't even have to look at this. You can be at work. The amount of guys today that said, damn, I missed the daily 50 today because of work, right? Those guys missed that. That will not be a problem anymore. That will be fully automated with our system. So that is $500 or $600, in my opinion, is a small price to pay when you're going to be making $4,000 plus potentially per account with allowing this at the end of the month. Okay, so that is it. I hope you guys enjoy. This will be out tonight on May 5th. So trading on May 6th will be available for the automation. I hope to see you all in there. And if you have any questions on setting this up, please let me know and we will go from there. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys make a ton of money with this. I'm very excited for this. It's going to be a great potential. And I'll see you guys in the next one.